Good evening, ma'am. My name is Patrick, and I want to first appreciate you for taking out your time to attend this meeting with me. This is actually for a project work at Mexford University. The idea is to um, get information from you as regards the mode of operation uh, in your organization regarding environmental protection and all that you do in your organization. Would like to know. Would like to know how you operate, and would like to get background information about the city where your organization represents. Um, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Patrick.
Okay, so the first question that we have here, basically we have three questions, and this meeting is expected to take about 3 to 5 minutes. So we trust that we'll be able to make the best use of the time that we have. The first question is about the background information regarding the city of Lagos and all that is the organization does for the Lagos state. And the other one is to identify other environmental risk, while the last one is um, to reflect on how your organization approach all of the risk that we have been able to identify. So in order to take not to take too much of our time, I'll go straight to the first one. The first question is that you provide us with a background information regarding the city of Lagos. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. So, my name is Adinwala Kumlayo, and I work with LACEPA. Regarding providing you with the knowledge of Lagos, Lagos is an urban area in Nigeria. It is highly populated and is a technologically driven environment with a lot of industries operating their factories fully in Lagos State. Lagos State is located in the southwestern part of Nigeria. Although it's considered like the smallest part of Nigeria, but it has more than 15 million people living in Lagos State. And then I said 15 million people is not just people just living, it's industries also existing in Lagos State. So you can imagine the effect of what all of the activities can bring to the environment. For instance, in Lagos State, LASEPA was brought into place to tackle some of these issues that revolved around Lagos State. Because, like I said, LASEPA is just an acronym. The real meaning of LASEPA is Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency. Issues like flooding, issues like air pollution due to the release of toxic substances into the air are what we do at LASEPA. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, ma'am, for that insightful background information regarding the city of Lagos. I must confess that I never knew Lagos State has a huge population that is as high as 15 million. Wow, that is amazing. That is more like uh, more than so many countries in West Africa. Okay, ma'am, straight to the second question. The next one is for you to help us identify environmental risk that is currently facing the city of Lagos and how your organization, LASEPA, work to mitigate all of these risks. Risks such as fossil fuel, you spoke about flooding, you spoke about industrial waste and all of the flames or fumes that comes from those industrial generator and of course the huge traffic that is associated with Lagos. How does LASEPA manage those emissions coming from this vehicle? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Patrick. Like I mentioned earlier on, for a state that has about 50 million people with industries fully operating in Lagos State, obviously there will be some environmental issues to tackle with. That's why LASEPA was brought in the first place. And our core objective is to build a portfolio of sound environmental management program and projects in development of sustainable environment in conjunction with other arms of government. So what we do is that all that we do, because we understand that, for instance, people are living here, industries are, so we understand the effect of all of the activities. That's why LASEPA was established, so as to protect the health, the welfare, property, and quality of life in Lagos State. So now down to the question you asked about the environmental challenges. Truth be told, there are lots of environmental challenges that LASEPA has to deal with. Okay, like I mentioned earlier when I mentioned the flooding issue, due to the fact that for instance, in the time past, most times what Lagosians do is to pour dirt in the gutter, in the sewage system, and this block the drainage system. And when there's downpour, heavy downpour, you can imagine what the road will be like. There will be a lot of flooding, and people have lost their means of livelihood. People have lost their homes because of that. So, in order to restrict that, Lagos State, in conjunction with the LASEPA, has brought up Cleaner Lagos, whereby people practically sweep the road, people practically pack all those dirt. We work alongside with Loma, for instance, to ensure that, okay, in terms of drainage system, dirt are not there, so that when there's an heavy downfall, then the rain can flow in easily without affecting the lives and properties of people. Beyond that, another thing that is also like a major problem that's been the front burner in recent years is that of high rates of carbon emission as a result of heavy traffic congestion. Lagos State, if you're familiar with Lagos State very well, which I believe you are, it's always traffic jam packed. And you can imagine a lot of cars, buses, and then releasing substances, toxic substances into the air. All of these actually, and people are inhaling a lot of CO2. Industries release an enormous amount of CO2 into the atmosphere as well daily because they're operating, they have their gen on, they have the big power machines on, and all of these things release those CO2 into the air, and they are toxic to the environment. Not just the environment, they're even toxic to the people, the plants, everything. So all of these things are why RASEPA was brought in place so as to put measures in place to reduce all of these things. Because you and I will agree that okay, we may not totally be able to remove all of these things, but at least, like for instance, during Fashion time, they brought planting of trees. All of these things were done and put in place as well. Lagos State said, okay, prohibited the cutting down of trees within the city. All of this is actually to reduce the CO2 emission and to promote greener Lagos. There was a time that we had a tag in Lagos, greener Lagos, planting flowers, planting trees, so that those things are the one that absorb it and not human beings absorbing it. Also, LASEPA also ensures that waste, I mentioned earlier on, that the usual thing in Lagos State before now is people just dumping their refuse anyhow. Some people even burn their refugees. They don't know the effect of all these things on them, not talk of the environment. So we brought about, okay, we partner with Loma to ensure that all of these dirt are taken away, not just people burning it or throwing into the gutter or doing anything. So these things are instead recycled. Some people don't even know the effect of all of these activities. So, but then with LASEPA, we're able to, okay, why not we collect this waste from people and then recycle it? And it has been working well. Companies have come to the forefront to take up this thing. A company like Geocycle, we now have recycling companies coming up, taking up all of this waste and turning into something better while reducing the emission of CO2 into the air. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. It's such an amazing time with you, Mark. All right, on the last note, we'd like to sort of have a reflection on the things that has been done so far, on how LASEPA has been able to approach some of the risks that you have identified with the city of Lagos. For instance, we spoke about the heavy traffic, we spoke about the industrial waste, um, huge emission and CO2 uh, emission, and costs on a daily basis. So how have you been able to approach um, some of these risks moving forward such that the city can become more environmental friendly and can have a cleaner society?
Okay, thank you very much. Like I said earlier on, that we had the clean green Lagos, whereby planting of trees was put in place so as to absorb the CO2. And also, we ensure to monitor industry, hotels, and that their activities are mostly to release all these substances into the air. So we ensure to like monitor them. For example, sawdust and sawmill are being converted to biofuel for usage in other industries so as to reduce the consumption of fossil fuel, for instance. Then also, for instance, the issue of smoke from vehicle exhaust pipe. We have been dealing with this, and so any car that releases all of this toxic substances, some of them are being impounded, some of them are arrested. Any car that is not worthy to be on the road, we actually ensure that we work with last month or all that to ensure that these cars are not on the road. So that's in place. We have been able to do that. And like I said earlier on, other organizations, we actually encourage private organizations who are interested in recycling of this product to come on board as well. Then on a lighter note, I remember then during the COVID-19 period and during the lockdown, for instance, there was a high reduction in the release of this. So that actually helped us at that point. Although it's not like we could stop the cars from coming in and going out, but since that time, people have actually reduced um, their use of their cars. And of recent, I won't count this as LASEFA, but Lagos State government have put in place buses that rather than people taking their cars and being stuck in traffic releasing CO2, there are buses that have faster routes and people choose to take this option as well. And like I said, we're in the area of flooding, we have ensured that we partner with LOMA, other agencies to ensure that the gutter is clean, the environment is clean, and no waste product is kept. Now we now orient people on the things they do regarding burning of dirt. We will rent people now. So people are becoming aware of this. We organize programs, we partner with other people, and we ensure to keep raising awareness to people. Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you so much for um, granting us this amazing opportunity. We appreciate all that your organization has been doing for the city of Lagos. We trust that sooner or later we'll be able to put all environmental challenges that is associated with the city behind us as honorable members of society. Once again, I appreciate you, and I want to say a big thank you. Do enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, we hope you play your part too and not dispose substances anyhow. And we'd love to see you come on board and join us at LASEFA.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I will try my best.
Okay then. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.